Yep, now it's working. Okay, now everything is set. Yep, now it's working. Just a sec to check on every detail here. Few more things to work out. Okay, that's done. Okay. So where were we? Let me reopen the car here. Okay, that's a bit tricky there. Gotta clean this up a bit. So this is gonna bring it. Why the playlist is not playing any songs? I think it's because, yeah, I was live on Twitch as well, on Discord as well. Hi everyone. So yeah, 1 and 7 minutes. 7 minutes late. I was working on something else prior. Began with this, so yeah, needed to make it on time, that as well. Let's have the buttons here. So paper, no plastic, smarts, just like these. Plastic grip, this is what we need. That's not looking good. So let's go here. Rubber tire. Cable, it's fine. Plastic. Live. Okay. Okay, now all is good. I can focus now completely on the work itself. Yesterday I stopped with this. Managed to make the stitching on the top. Maybe, yeah, let's just continue with that and finish that up. So it should be outliner, since it should be the panel. Yeah, it's the panel. So here, and let's get the pads, pen, and let's continue with this one. So to, oops, that's quite big. We need two. Also, yeah, that's not it. What I forgot to do is, nope, that's not what I intended to make. So we need brush, stitching, yeah, that's the one. So now in here, where was it? Yeah, we need this one. So it's more detailed. And we're gonna alter it here. So Hi, hi. Hi, fellow. Okay. Hi, Orpheus. Welcome, mate. Previously, what I've said, you know, that the sentence that I told that I've wrote on which you laughed at Nimlot's stream. I just looked up for quite I don't know, like famous or used greeting in Ireland, and that's what came up. So I just copied and pasted. But it's hard to pronounce it. How different is the language from the English, the Irish, the Scottish, and the yeah from the English? I think they're quite different. I would have used symmetrical here, but since they are not symmetrical, the panels are entirely different to an extent. Uh, I gotta go and do this separately on each side. The more I do of this card, the more I'm excited to have it finished. Because of all details and yeah, just the visualization and how it will turn up. And by the way, these stitches, I need them to, I'd like to make them black. I think they are already black, but I guess not enough. Maybe I'm not having this layer in the right place where it should be. Copy layer. Dark. No, that's the metal. This is the leather, suede. But for some reason, yeah. Let's see if something is different. Yeah. So path 9, it's black. All of those are black. Let me see if I change it to white, how white it will be. Yeah, that's pretty much white. Yeah, make it black. Make it black, make it subtle, less noticeable. I want really to be really subtle at the end. Just, you see, just a glimpse over there that you would see, oh, there is some stitching across the dashboard. That's all I need, not more. So that's fine. Here, like it's all combined, you know, to make sense. Is this real time or is it gonna be used in some commercial? No commercials, not for manufacturing in that sense, mate. I'm just doing this for visualizations and probably for AR, VR, stuff like that. It's not for a client, it's for myself. This vehicle has been developed for a client, but I'm now redeveloping it so to be able to use it on my portfolio. Because I had an NDA for this vehicle previously, so I couldn't use it. But now, yeah, that's what I'm trying actually to do. Scottish, Welsh, and Irish share similar roots. They're fairly different. English, completely separate thing. Oh, that's very nice to know. I very much like one show that's from Scotland, and the Scottish ways and how they speak. It's very dear to me in a way, more than the British, than the English. Yeah, Outlander, and now they're making another series which are showing the time frame before the events in Outlander, and I love these stories about the Mackenzies, the Frasers. I don't know if those things are related with the Welsh, with the things in Ireland and things like that. but yeah, Train Spotting is a good movie too. I'm gonna check that out definitely. By the way, ILP. How can I call you? Because ILP, it's kind of tricky for me to say it. My partner watches all that historic fiction. It is fiction, but a big part of that is also based on true events. For example, the battle at Culloden, I believe it's a battle that actually happened, but it has another part that is fiction. So Orpheus now seconds the opinion of ILP. Transporting is a great movie. I'm gonna definitely gonna look that up. Just I. That's how I'll call you then. Thank you. I'm gonna focus a bit on this because I don't want to drag it on too much, you know. Yeah, so that's the papers. Let's see if. What do you think, guys? Should I? Now I would like. Yeah, that this is completely welcomed. What would you think? Like, should I leave it like more brown or pure white when it comes to the notes? Because to me it won't make any difference. It's pretty much down to taste. So I would be really curious what if you can, yeah, say what your opinion is, each of you. Should I just go with brown or white? The majority will win. White. How old is this supposed to be cream? This is a vehicle that's created, that's used in 1989 in Le Mans races. So let me open some references from the vehicle itself. I'm thinking to go with brown. I can see some notes are actually black, so I'll have black this in here, which will be different. It will say it will be for the, yeah, some specific command like the starting of the engine or something like that. If it's old vehicle, I suggest brown. So I says brown as well. I'm thinking brown as well. Turning cog has a nice point that if it's an old vehicle, it should be brown cream. Well, it looks strange if you're adding dirt or worn. So I'll definitely go with brown then. Definitely gonna go with brown. And this one will be black. So paper, black. Now paint that one. Okay, should I? Yeah, I guess I'll have to make new one. So paint. This will be black. Yeah, I'll alter that later on. So yeah, let me that shouldn't be done. That's better. So now I'll have to go and do these all these inscriptions here. So while I took this steering wheel, whoever saw something on YouTube that I've posted, yeah, this is the steering wheel I've done, but the actual interior is from this. Like, these are the gauges and the details, so I'll go one by one. So let's go for, yeah, now fill. mask. Paint. No, I actually have to fill text or font. Repeat none. So the first one will be break. Now which one is that? So let's go one by one. That's the one. So maybe, you know, I could have spent more time on organizing all these things more, but yeah, it didn't bother that much, so we'll have to figure it out one by one as we go here. Now maybe, should I have it like, you know, typewriter, you know, that blue pink ink they have? Why it's right-hand drive? Is that to keep the Americans from winning? Yeah, that's a good one, but I have no clue, honestly, man. Considering this is it's going to be it's a racing vehicle, meaning in a racing in racing conditions, being on a racetrack, it doesn't really matter where you're sitting because there are no cars coming on the left side or either the right side. You're just looking ahead and you're just trying to overtake. And when you're trying to overtake and race someone, whether you're sitting on the right or on the left, it won't make any difference whatsoever. But I noticed that myself, and considering this is designed by this is the F1 team. Leighton House is the F1 team with which Adrian Newey for the first time entered into F1. I consider this to be a British team, so maybe that's why they had it on the right. But I think also that it's not only because of that. I think something else is also in play, that every vehicle actually from these are on the right side. Because I'll tell you, so far that I've seen now references, this is one. Now this is another. These are third here. Each is on the right. And maybe I have no clue what I'm saying. It's not that it's British team or whatsoever. Maybe it's just Porsche designed that vehicle specifically to be with a steering wheel on the right. Why is that so? That's a good question, to which honestly I will see it answered, because I'm curious myself to see really why is that. So what's the code now on this one? Okay, this is brake type. Now this will be, where am I? Yeah, so low water next to it. No, what? Yeah, so paper. Yeah, I changed something else entirely. What I had to was this. So yep, there it is. Low water. Low water. Now oil pressure beneath this one. Fuel pressure here. So low water. fuel pressure. There is it. Originally it says fuel P, but I'd like to have it more precisely, you know, to give more inscription. It looks better somehow. So fuel pressure, this is oil pressure. Which one is it from these? That's the one. Oil pressure. That's done. Fire. Fire. Press. That's rather small, but it's covered here, so it's this one, I guess. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna need and fix this later on, but I'm not gonna go now because I'm too much into it to go back, and yeah, I'll just alter the UV map accordingly. That's no big deal. Brake, low water, well, fire, water here. So this is the water gauge. Water gauge. Water only. Water. Okay. I'm not necessarily trying to make them, you know, like uniformly all in same fonts, but roughly to be about precise. So that's altimeter. For whatever reason, why they would need altimeter? Alt, or it's something else? Is it something else? Yeah, it should be this one. Alt. Now there's beneath oil, but I have forgotten to put that. So yeah, once I do this, obviously I'll have I'll add a piece or two and reintroduce all the materials, but that will be done off the stream. I don't want to bother you guys with that. Nothing creative there. So oops. Oopsie. I find it very interesting that some days on Twitch there are many people and on YouTube is zero, and then vice versa on Twitch there is nobody and on YouTube is like full. That's quite interesting. Fuel. Hi, how it's in Ohrid? How is the weather? My parents are over there right now. I'm supposed to go on Friday. Next Friday, actually. If you're using type, are you going to make the letter slightly depressed in the paper using a normal, or is that too far? That's a good idea. That's a good idea, mate. I'm gonna do that. Cog, I'm gonna do that. I like that. Thank you for bringing that up, mate. Where was I? Fuel. So this is fuel. Yeah, I need both. So that's the fuel. Now, in this case here, I had oil. But there are also other buttons that I have, and I do not have naming for them. So maybe I'll put this lights to be, because I never saw lights. So this will be for lights here. Behind the steering wheel, it kind of doesn't make sense much. It's quite too far. It's much easier on the left to have that, but yeah, I'll just figure out some use of them. Like I've said, it's not gonna be, you know, entirely spot on how it's on some authentic 3D model, but I'm taking parts that are part of, you know, other that makes sense. So this will be lights, and I'll have the login here in a moment. That's a follow. Just a sec. To Quas5 he, thank you very much for the follow. That's all on Kick, by the way, which I don't know if it's running, because I don't ever monitor much what's happening on Kick. Yeah, offline for whatever reason. Anyway, turning cog. Yeah, that's a very nice suggestion, and I'll definitely go about and make them now. So, how was that done, by the way? You know? Okay, I hope this doesn't crash. That's fine. It didn't. So, yeah, the height. So all I need is color and height. Yep, that's it. Brake type. That's in here. And that's a good detail, man. Since they're typed in, obviously they'll have some depth, and that's very nice. So that's too much. Let's go uniformly with each of them. Minus 0, 1. That's too much, I guess. minus 0.5. That should make sense. And then I'm gonna add filter for blur and have this at 0.1. That's too much. 0.5. Both at 0.5, but definitely it looks better and more detailed than this one. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with each of them. So height and color, height minus 0.5, fill, copy effect, paste. That's how it will go. Height. That's why I love streaming. This is why. People will join in and bring ideas, and yeah, I wouldn't have thought on that. So much appreciated. Why do you stream? This is why. And of course, among everything else, you know, the company. And just really be able to converse with people. Otherwise, you know, sometimes it can get quite, you know, lonely. Not that I'm bored though, but yeah, that's looking awesome. It's gonna be beautiful when the whole vehicle is done. I'm gonna leave this out here so people can appreciate it. Like that. What do you think? So that's the vehicle we're doing. Turning cog. Where are you from? I think you've been on the. Yeah, actually. Oh, did you went? Were you actually part of Atomic? How was it called? Called the stream. I think you were there actually. In the Great Lakes near Canada. Oh, that's. Are you actually close to the Ozarks? I've seen that show and it's freaking amazing. I have two families living in America. One is in New Jersey, 2 generations, like 40 years now, and other I have in Houston, Texas. Or shall I say Texas, Houston, because the Texas is the country, I assume Houston is the city. But never been in America. Although I'd love to, but yeah. I'll tell you, for too long I've been scared of planes, and until recently I wasn't even flying. First time I went in a plane was 21, visiting my sister in Germany. So yeah, but that fear has been put aside, given the fact I want to see the world and I want to see new places. I want to travel the world basically. I want to see Egypt, and although I'm swimming professionally, I was in the past, but by no means I can swim or will I swim over, not literally speaking, I'm just joking that what's other mean ways for me to travel long distances with a car? Hell no, because then you'll have to take, ferries and whatnot. So I'm not about that. I'm not gonna do that. So I had to put aside my fears and just go. That's it. Anyway, no, it's basically between the two. Got it. Paper bag, this is black. Now let's continue with fuel, lights. Oh, did I? Yeah, it's not. That's where it is. Okay. Should be that one. Lights, and we have one more here. That will be what can we add? Let's use some from here. That can be windscreen. Yeah, on the side we can type in there windscreen for that. It makes sense. Windscreen. With capital. And now, oh, I have one more, I guess, here. This one I left out. So go back to this, and let's select that as well. No, that's the plastic soft. That's the rubber. No, deselect. That's the paper. Select it. Okay, so in here I gotta make sequential shifter texture. So I'm gonna look up about that. H shifter texture. Let's see what comes up. Originally it's, where was it? I've seen it somewhere here. So never mind, I'll gotta do it on my own. So it should have yeah, let me see. Porsche 962 CK gear edge shifter, and let's see what comes up. Not that one. 1988, 89. What do we have? Pardon me. Nothing comes up. Unbelievable. I always said that there should be person paid, like a title, you know, specifically artists looking for for references, you know, that should be a thing. I've seen it somewhere. Not sure where though. Yep, there is something in there that I'm seeing. So that's a button there, and this one is entirely different. It has the pretty much the same, yeah, layout and all that, but it has different. It has some button. I mean, this vehicle has been heavily modified, uh, depending how they used it. So I'll just, without further ado, just find one H shifter. Just let's see how many speeds this car has. I'm not entirely sure for that. How many speeds it has. So to know, to be at least precise on that. 5-speed manual. So 5-speed manual H shifter texture. Now we are on the right path, and let's see what I get. Okay, we have something here, and yeah, I'm gonna go with this. It's quite small, by the way. This one. Let me see if I can find larger. That's quite modern. Yeah, I think I found a nice one. Pretty much what I need. So yeah, it's not quite clear. Okay, let me resize this. And turning cog, do you work something related to the 3D industry? Yeah, just curious if a fellow 3D artist there. You haven't told me. I think that that you came across the stream, or I came across you as well uh, through this stream of how was it? Let me try and find it. Channel followers. No, who I? Yeah, Siler Atomic. Yeah, I've been building a game. We met each other the other day in a game dev channel. Yeah, Siler Atomic. You were there. Now I remembered. Yeah. Great to have you on the channel, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Are you working something on right now? Are you maybe at work, or considering you're in US, that's 6 hours. You're 6 hours behind. So here it's almost 2. That means 8 o'clock there, something like that. I'm sipping coffee, getting ready. No worry, man. No worry about the caps. I never understood people that are getting angry about the caps. Like, oh, don't write me in caps lock, this and that. What's the problem with that? I never understood that. It's like, don't shout. Okay. People are supposedly shouting when they're using caps. Don't worry whatsoever. Yeah, let me just try and make this. What's? Yeah, going back and forth here a bit. I think all is good. Now add. Actually, I don't need to add any other. I just need the whites of these, so I can use it as a mask on top of the paper material, PNG. That's not the right place where we need it. My 3D models, Porsche 962CK, source images, H shifter. That's it. So let's bring it up. Undefined. It's not who I am that defines me, it's what I do. Or how was it? Love the movie though. Yeah, just like that. That's gonna be fine. Maybe we can alter the color, maybe. Wait a sec. How did I put that? So, yep. Let me try it one more time. Base color, no, mask actually. Mask. Like that. There is it. So here I can change the height, the color and everything. That's why, I mean, I wouldn't have expected anything less from a guy like you, a game developer yourself. The details, obviously, yeah. Speaking of, considering that these are notes that are typed in, and they should have some depth, slight depth to it, and that's a great touch. So yeah, this is actually working the other way around, because black, I guess, or that, yeah, it's like, that's what we need. But this will be printed, it's not gonna be typed, because this cannot be obviously typed in with a typewriter. So this is gonna be just like that. Print it out. Now let's try something, experiment a bit. I'm not sure what I'll make of it. Yeah, you see, it's not here that I need to make this, but at the papers. So generator, dirt, and dirt level, maybe invert it like that, and that's too much. The color should be custom grunge. So okay, one more time. Why on earth have I selected these? These should not be selected. Wait a sec, how did I do that? That should be different element of the vehicle, of the model actually. So that should be dashboard details. Yeah, that's dashboard details. It's not. Oh, actually it is from the same one. So yeah, let's see. Okay, okie dokie. Maybe because of the dirt and the paint definitely altered stuff. So aha, I see. So if I apply dirt, that's the mask. So the mask will apply for everything. Okay, I get it. So I need to delete that there, but add generated here, I figure. And now to have it on these, but then dirt level. Yeah, I have it very low. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm really doing here. Edge masking. Yeah, that's about the dirt. It's not working how I assumed it will, right? So generator, let's try something else. Dust maybe? Dust, dirt, dust occlusion. That's not suitable. I'm not sure actually what can be used here. Probably none of these. Generator, curvature. Yeah, that's not something we need. Maybe we don't need anything after all to add on that, so I'll just move on. And I'll try, by the way, to keep these things a bit more organized. So can I group this? Group layer. Notes. Let's hide them. And yeah, I left this one out, so gotta add that one too. That's the one. So these should be going on the black. Now where's the black? Yeah, there it is. Right there. And now this will be white. Okay, make it white. Why it's not making it white? Is it because we're using some kind of okay. This is quite odd. I don't get it why this doesn't change, but I'll add new filter. New mask. Fail. And I'll take this font. Is it because it wasn't? Oh my. Okay, I got it now. Oh. Okay. So. That's cool. Okay, now let's make the buttons. So, no, we miss this one. So we need to do that. Now we need metal. That doesn't look nice. I also hang out in Dynasty streams, so we likely will see each other around. Nim and bunch of those guys were very helpful when I was learning the 3D rules and understanding workflows. Absolutely. I am also on the Dynasty Discord channel. I try to follow the streams that they are doing. Not often I can be present because it's on Sunday late, and yeah. But anyway, yeah. I'm more or less in those circles as well. I try also to be present on Nim's stream because I consider him as a highly, veteran into the industry. And yeah, you can always learn a lot of things. Yeah, obviously. So yeah. The other day I was just looking around streams and yeah, what's happening. So that's how I ran into Atomic. How was it again? The channel. Sealer Atomic. Sealer, yeah. And by the way, great guy. I mean, he was very interactive, and I love that because very often I would join on a stream with I would really be interested into learning something, and they wouldn't be really interested into responding. It's not that they must respond or something like that, but by no means. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and the community he had, including guys like yourself and a bunch of others there. It was really nice to be part of. And again, I'm very glad that you came on came on the channel. At first, I was curious. Have I seen your name anywhere? But yeah, I was not mistaken that you were present somewhere, and I did notice you on these channels. Lol. Lol. Yeah, I mean that. I'm not saying it just like that. Yeah, these silver armor materials are always the best when it comes to using these screws here. The details it provides on such a small area, they're the best. And by the way, I should wait a sec. Is that yeah, it's basically the same one for okay. Yeah, I just could have anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work. This will though. Black. Paint. Select this. Nope. Actually, yeah. But the opacity has to be much lower. Like that. And the base should be brown. Something like that. Glowing edges. So actually it's more like dark green, like that. And the opacity even less. Just slightly, ever slightly like that maybe. Okay. So can I find some nice reference of that? How it really looks? We have that there. I don't want to make it, or actually I can make it black, why not? So it will make a differentiation, you know. I genuinely need to turn these off from Kick, because always I believe they are from Twitch, and I'm disappointed to see they're not. I'm not saying this to degrade Kick or anything. I do mean to stream there as well, but the fact is, for now, that the stream just doesn't work there on my end, and I don't know how to make that, how to fix that. So for some reason the stream is falling all the time, and it's not like I don't have the specs or anything, you know, for to stream there. I do have, you know, all that and more, but for some reason I guess it's the settings, and maybe I'm just too lazy to fix them, but they're not working. Yeah, less dirt. I don't need this to be like super dirty. It's still cared for, you know. Someone is racing in this, and it needs to be pristine. What's missing though is the Bosch logo. Bosch, however it's called. Pardon me, guys. So let's go make this. Bear with me one moment. I want to have some inspiration for the gear shifter and to add some note in there. So let's see what comes up. Yeah, that's what I like it. So I wanted to add nice touch, and I'm gonna. Okay, somehow the navigation here, it's not very much proper. Where is the H shifter? Oh, Biba man. Hey man. Hi Biba. Hi Biba, and thank you very much for the sub. I missed you. Just yesterday I've been going through the chatters for this month, because I haven't been much active this time compared to last month. And looking through the chatters, I'm seeing your name on the top, and I'm like, I miss Biba. Thank you for the sub, man. Much appreciated. Now guys, I told you that I want to make something for this. Wait a sec. Yeah, that's the starting res. Let me better name it. So starting res dot H shifter, that's an image. So, but yeah, we can remove the image and just use another thing easily. And note. So this would be a nice just a touch from my end, something I wanted to do all around the car. I would like to add these, so you will get it in a second. Yeah, maybe with bolts. So let's so I also want to have a red line, something like that. If this is what I think it is, yeah. Okay, let me try and... Okay, let's not, because I don't want to waste more time on that, but yeah, too many I don't think is that actually my kick is active. I don't know how these guys are just... Why I say this is because I genuinely believe it's bots. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken. I don't want to yeah, hurt anyone's feelings, but the stream is not active. It's falling all the time, and maybe I just shouldn't bother. Let me see what Biba wrote. I was in Munich for the past 3 days. I was in Munich once in 2009, and one thing we did is straight away we went for the Allianz Arena, trying to watch Bayern Munich playing a game, and we were 10 of us, but there was only one ticket left. Like, there was only one empty seat in the whole stadium, so we decided no one will go. I mean, neither of us wanted to split from the group, so yeah, obviously we didn't went. But what we did instead, Biba, we went in the largest beer hall where the the Führer used to hold these speeches and whatnot, and we had like big 1 liter glasses for beer. We were drinking dark beer from the area of Munich, and I took one glass from there as a souvenir at home. But 2 years later it broke. It fell on the ground. It was super great quality, made thick with those glasses that like you would find in windows, and it broke. So I was super sad about that, and the next time a friend of mine went in Munich, I told him, please get me a glass of those when you go there, and he took one. So I have it somewhere in here. I know where it is actually. Maybe it's in the kitchen, but it's made out of ceramics. So it's not glass. It's ceramics, and it's painted. It's beautiful. And whenever I'm drinking beer from that glass that I took from Munich. And also one thing that I brought up from Munich for the first time, and since then I began like having this collection, is the pads they give you. I don't know why I'm looking here at the chat when I actually have to look at the camera. So I got these pads, where they serve you with the beer. So we were like 20 people of us from the college that we were traveling there. So each of us on the table signed himself on that pad for the beer, and I took it home as well as a memory, And since then I began also collecting those. So now I have over 200 pads for beers, for glasses of beers, of all kinds. Yeah, took a photo from it, but you need to wait. I can upload it for no worry whatsoever. I don't like Bavarian beer. I'm Nordish. I like Jever, the harsh one. I know that one. But yeah, I just wanted, to taste beers, to see how they are. Because I can tell you about beer. The best beer in my life that I ever tasted is the beer I have at home. It's called Skopsko Smooth. So that's the beer I like the most. But yeah, the Belgian beers, the beers from Czechoslovakia, from Czech Republic, they're amazing. And yeah, basically wherever I go, if they have new beer, I'll drink that. Even if I don't like it, I'll try it. Oh yeah, I mean I've heard about that one. I know friends of mine that been there. They loved it. Miller and Coors left our city, and now we have a thriving microbrew culture. So I'm spoiled for choice with a good local beer. Miller and Coors. Coors. How that's pronounced, I wouldn't know. I would look it up. Miller and Coors. That's microbrew culture. That's microbrew culture. From that can many yeah, new tastes of beer can come up, and that's, I can see positive in that. But uh, I don't understand this. So and I want to understand this. So apparently some company that's producing beers, or guys that have local company producing beers, have left. So people don't have anything else to drink, like I don't know, Heineken, things like that. I don't know, or Budweiser. I guess in the U.S. it's quite popular from commercials that I know. Um, or how's that? In my country, in here in Macedonia, we have quite a lot of breweries, and they're also very much local ones. People that are making their own beers, and they're small. They're, undervalued. They don't have much finances, to support themselves and all that. But they do it for the love of the beer, for the love of brewing culture, just like Turning Coke just mentioned. And believe it or not, those beers are one of the most beautiful beers I've ever tasted. Miller and Coors are giant beer companies that make boring light beers that dominated the market for decades. I see. Never seen them here in Europe. Miller and Coors, but I'll look that up. And the next time, if I find myself in a beer uh, shop, beer garden, beer brewery. It's hard for me to say that word. Brewery. Brewery. Anyway, I'll look that up. Let me see. Biba Man, what has just sent? Oh, Pagani. Oh my. Aston Martin Valkyrie in the background. Bugatti Veyron parked on the left. What's that at the back? There is some logo. It's not Senna, but yeah. Yeah, I know this one. Yeah, absolutely, I know this one. Uh, I know the car, not the spot. I'm not. I don't know very much if that's the place. The car shop next. Oh, the car shop next to my hotel. Man, yeah. Take that Zonda and just floor it. Floor it. The sound that car makes. Oh my. If you don't know much about cars, guys, go on YouTube and just type in Zonda, Pagani Zonda, whatever, V10, V12, V8 sound, and yeah. I love Ferrari. I love the culture about Ferrari, the prestige, the history, and all that. The sound they make. But the Zonda is, I'd say, next level. It's pure rage. Oops, what do I have here? So apparently this is half. How's that? Haven't I made proper UV map for this? That's red dash. Let me concentrate back on this. It's 2 and 25. I'll only have time to stream until 4 o'clock my local time. That means I have only hour and 30 minutes to go for, and after that I'll go do something else, which is one of the things that I love the most, and that's making barbecue. So yeah, that's one thing that my parents, as a kid, when they couldn't bring me home and I was all the time around the streets driving bicycle, flat out, not willing to come home for nothing, the only thing that would bring me home, they would, go out, and if they can spot me on the street and shout, they would say, "Come home, we are making a barbecue." And for barbecues, I was always at home and making it my own myself. I love that. Yeah, my mind is like frozen right now. What I wanted to make, it's let me go here, details, dashboard panel, that's different, gauges, that's different, lights, that's different. It has to be the rings. No, well, oh my, have I? Oh no, that's the one. So dashboard details, that's fine. Let's see now, under dashboard details, okay, so it's loading slowly. It's loading slowly, and why on earth has this? First I'll have to deselect what I have there. It's not from the notes, it's not from this, it should be from the plastic, exactly. So yeah, deselect that, deselect this. I'm gonna make sure these are properly done. Oh, I have damaged geometry in here. That's just awesome. Though, is it damaged? So I figure only materials from this node here can be applied to this, and it's obviously damaged. Yeah, I'll just delete that and apply new mesh entirely. Not gonna dwell much on it, but I'll definitely move on with adding these. No, that's the rubber. What I'm doing. Wait a sec. How's that? I'm selecting the silver armor here, and oh, that's from the, okay, that's Bosch. Race Logic. Actually, those are two different companies, so I'll have Bosch computer. Black metal. This is the other one, so that's why. Now I'll have these. Yeah, the geometry on these, it's damaged. Gotta check that out afterwards. Yeah, it's always details like this that, you know, I always kind of forget about them. Not forget, it's not the right word. I don't forget about them, it just evade me, you know, kind of. I don't pay much attention to them, I guess. And yeah, Pagani Utopia. Pagani, yeah, forgive me. I was thinking on, yeah, like I said, Pagani Zonda, but it's not Zonda, but Utopia. But the brand of the car is Pagani. I assume for some reason it's the other way around. Yeah, lovely car, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. For those of you who don't know, so Lamborghini has been created based on the fact that Ferrari for a time did not produce fine clutches on the car, and apparently, not apparently, but it's not really just an anecdote or a myth or anything. It really happened that Ferruccio Lamborghini went to Enzo Ferrari and mentioned about the clutches being wrong and this and that being hard, and offered, as if anyone saw the movie, he offered collaboration, which Enzo abruptly, aggressively refused and suggested to Ferruccio to go back and to focus on making tractors for for agriculture and all that. So yeah, not not 200,000 euros. It's millions. That car is super expensively happy. What I'm saying, I would be happy if I'm driving one expensive. So, like I've said, he suggested to Ferruccio Lamborghini to go back and do these, to continue making these tractors. And then, years later on, Pagani entered Lamborghini, when now this Lamborghini is completely different factory. It has nothing whatsoever with Ferruccio. It has been sold and whatnot. So he enters Lamborghini and suggests that they start making their cars from carbons. So they do not make that, and that's how you have Pagani. $2 million. Yeah, that car is freaking expensive. Okay. Yeah, if I wanted to do that, I had to add fill, then a mask, and then fill, and then have this here. Have it like that. No repetition. Or was it? Yeah, here, none. So locate and all that. But instead I'll just, this is something a fellow 3D artist taught me. Man, but its interior it sucks, I think. This is a chessboard pattern on the seat. Yeah, that's the one. And look at that, look at that. I mean, maybe it sucks, but you get to see the art in the car. I mean, I'm gonna showcase here this in here. Yeah, no way you don't like this, man. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too futuristic or I don't know what. But look at that. Everything is out of carbon. Every single piece, like everything in here is out of carbon fiber. What that means is the car is super light, so it's not made for daily activities, going to grocery shops and all that. It's made to go on a highway and yeah, be untouchable, more or less. That's what this car is made for, and the price tells you everything you need to know. It's $2 million. Who will pay $2 million? Only that one who has that much money to throw, basically, because a car is always a liability. It's never an investment. Or you buy a car, you go out of the shop, 50% of the car price falls off. So it's not about that. It's about just pure pleasure, enjoying that. That's all. Look at the gear shaft, the details it has. You don't get that with other cars. Like, it's detailed. It's showing how much care has been done and all that. So for someone like you, for someone like me, I fall in the more or less same category, of course, that I don't give a fuck, you know, what they did and what kind of art and whatnot. I don't care about that. The car, it's brilliant. I can respect the care they went, you know, to do about all those details, but I don't need those details. So even if I had those money, I wouldn't buy the car. Probably, you know, because for 2 millions, I'm sure that you can get far better car, but that one in particular is just, yeah, like, oh, look how this gear shaft looks. We don't get that, you know, to be present in other cars. Maybe Koenigsegg or some kind of like that other car, and that's it. You won't see that in a Ferrari, for example, because Ferrari don't care about, oh, this is an art, you know. They're all about performance. So while they're about performance, they're making compromise on making the car to be really usable. I mean, not that Pagani Utopia it's not usable. By all means, it's usable, but you won't go with that one just to get, you know, locally here within a city or something like that. Unless you're driving, I don't know, in, you know, Monaco or things like that. So just in a sec, I'll read. Yeah, my former step person married to my stepsister. He's a billionaire. But he collected old timers. Old timers are an entirely different thing, and damn, these were often beauties. Citroen convertible, I know that one from the 60s and so on. The Citroen convertible, that's even not so much of, I don't know, so to speak, that falls into that group of that highly valued old timers. But look up Mercedes SLS 300. That car is $45 million. Look up Ferrari 250 GTO. That's $70 million. And those cars are, yeah, they are treasured so much because of the history they have. You see, I mean, compare the Citroen to those, it's not so much, you know, but yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say. And considering he has the money you say he has, I'm certain he has far more car collection when it comes to that. And if you have any pictures of that, I would, if you can share, of course, that is, I would be very much interested to see, because yeah, I love cars, you know that. Bosch computer for Porsche 962 CK. Let's see what comes up. I want to add details on this in here. Let me actually try and look up what is this on the top. It's some logo, but I have no clue what that is. It's the same here. Oh, that's unfortunate, but yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I hope all has been done for the best, you know. Bosch computers for dashboard. Yeah, I cannot find any that's truly in details. Jeez, I mean, how hard can it be to look up for a Bosch computer dashboard for Porsche 962? Okay, I might have found something. Okay, I got some new references. I'm gonna save them. Copenhagen. I just found a new beauty of Porsche. Oh, the details this one has. This is gonna be amazing. Oh my. I love this so much. Oh, great. This is the car I'm trying to make. Lovely. I just found it. I just found it. So yeah, I'm gonna have and make some alterations to the vehicle, definitely. Oh my. A lot of details here. Whew. This is a beauty. Guys, let me show you what I found. Oh my. Oh my, look at that. Jeez, the details it has. So many variations on this Porsche. I mean, I can be lost completely in doing this because there are all kinds of variations of this vehicle. It's impossible to have made to have done all of them. I mean, it's impossible. It's possible, but I'll have to work for a year entirely on this car, and I don't have any intention of doing that, you know. But definitely, I have to speed up things and look this up, guys. Now, I'll delete those two because, and I'll enlarge this. So look at this at the entrance of the vehicle. It's entered on the right side. This is on the left, but I can add these details on the left. So I can have this because I'm seeing it now, and now it makes sense. The Brembo caliper is pretty much the same like the one I've done, and the rim, that's the same that I've done as well. These details here, the front, look at that. It's so beautiful. And now here's the front. Look at that. Even better photo. Look at this. That highlight on the front is gonna be... However, this one has a different rear end. This one has a third way of a rear end I haven't seen so far, and highly elevated engine roof or cover. There it is. It's entirely different, and it's quite nice looking, to be honest. The mirrors are here. Look at that. They're so off, like entirely on front of the chassis. Maybe I can implement that as well, or should I just stick with the... Yeah, there are so many variations now that one can do. I mean, like I've said, you can be easily lost. Now, this is the livery I want to make. This is what I'm aiming for, but the rear at my end, it's not like that. It's... I've made it different. So this is how it's on my end. It's not gonna be like that. So this I won't have, but I'll have the front. When it comes also to the gear that I've been mentioning, look at this now that I got. Is it possible that that's the only photo I didn't took? No, there it is. Look at that. Now that's a detail that's gonna go here, next to it. I've been close to make this, how I made it, but look at that. So here, details, that. Yeah, definitely gonna make all of this. It's gonna be so not much, you know, visible, but it's gonna be great to have it. That's gonna be worked on in these next days. With the dashboard pretty much going to be finished today. These assets, the racing seat, which is gonna be done within a day. The gear lever at the side. Then I'm gonna rework the front here. Then the texture of the vehicle, of the tire, is gonna be different. I'm not gonna use that one, that's certain. Yeah, the vehicle is gonna be unique. There's not gonna be any other vehicle like this. So yeah, Biba, it's a Le Mans car. It's a Le Mans car from this one. This one is from 88. Mine is from 89. This one, you see. So this one is that the one I'm aiming for. and the rims are so delicate on that side. On my end, they're not quite like that. They're quite shallow. In here, they have depth, like they're not straight like they are on my end. And they have holes on the inside, like not holes, but they have this, I don't know how to explain it, crevice on the inside. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, so many details. So the one I'm making, you see on the front, she doesn't have these on the front here. But I want to make a combination, so to be neither of, you know, aren't the tires bigger in the reference like 22 instead of 20? These are not necessarily 20, but yes, they are quite big. So that would be yeah, it's pretty much like that. The car is sitting quite low on the ground. So yeah, it's pretty much like that, and probably even bigger. Like that. And now when we are at that, so once everything is made, I'm gonna, okay, just quickly here, I'm gonna try something. So all of this is gonna be, wait a sec, so yeah, that's not it. All of this is here, what we need. So what I'll have is basically lower the vehicle here, like that. It's running very low, and the back is gonna be elevated like that. And give the car that rack to be elevated at the back, like literally setup car. It's not gonna be flat lying on the ground. It will be slightly, just slightly off. But that will be done when I'll be making the presentation. So still there is time to for that. There is a lot more to do. Where was I now? The dashboard. Let's finish that up. I gotta turn off this from from Kick. Anyway, Okay, let's get back at work. So here it said the what's that? Yeah, but Biba, that's from Kick, and I'll tell you, in the past 20 hours, 7 followers I gained on Kick, and all of them are just bots. So it's none of them is truly a follower, and it's just annoying. That's the thing. If they were genuinely followers, I would have it. You know, I would left. I would leave it. But I'm offline on Kick. My stream is showing up, turning off, showing up, turning off all the time. So I'm up to 24 followers on Kick, although I haven't streamed even a minute. So maybe just better if I turn it off. I'll provide better viewing for others who are really watching on Twitch and YouTube. I have no clue whether this is for a fact written like that, like it is, but I just tried to make, you know, try to write it to make it some sense, and I'll have it even lower, like that. What's that? I think Kick is a mess too. So yes, they provide a better sub revenue, but other than that, they're almost like only friends. Yes, man. Yes, agreed. Wholeheartedly, I agree. I think it's like that. Red. That's done. Let me try and find the lights now that I want to use. So just a sec. Just a sec. I'll need a moment to locate now some stuff. Cars. Textures found online. Okay, let's see what we have here. I need light bulbs. So oh, here it is. So it's the same. Okay, I wrote it nice. So it's it's basically okay, yeah. For the previous one, I guess. Okay. It means we're on the right path. So it says I just mistaken this one here. So it's like that. Awesome. Wait a sec. Have we... Yeah, those gauges have been off. Now let's find light bulbs, textures. Tools, size, any? No, large only. Can I make something out of this? Oh, it's watermarked. Okay. That's quite small. That's green, but can I make them actually to be unique, like this one? But yeah, the quality is just not nice. Okay, let's leave that for later on. Let's do what we can do right now. So the buttons, those are the rings, lights, details. These should be the details. Yep, they are. So plastic, look up some plastic. That's a hit from first. Okay. So yeah, we need to have these. Dashboard column. Panel. Actually, I'll just go like this. But here is a serious question, and why I went to rigging. Don't you want to see your cars move, open the doors, window, and so on? I can do that, but I cannot make the cars drive. Like, you know, you turn the wheel, and not just for myself to manually turn the wheel and then to turn the wheels, but I want to make a system of a rig for the car where I turn the wheel, the steering wheel, and the wheels automatically turn. You see what I mean? So that I do not know how to make yet, and that's something I want to learn. So for now, I want to yeah, it's fun, it's absolutely fun, and I love that, man. I'll tell you, I want to do that as well, but I just don't have the, I think what I'm focused right now is just to maybe showcase that I can do these great models and stick with modeling. But and I have two more vehicles to do. I want to make this one. I want to make McLaren MP44 that I have in the pipeline. So these two are a must. I must make them. And after that, maybe at the start of the next year, I'll focus definitely more on rigging. Although I know it's probably more advisable to start right away. And by no means I'm gonna limit myself to not trying it anyhow. I will, but right now I'm focusing really on this, and maybe if it's that simple, that quick, and something like that, I'll try to make a whole animation on Unreal Engine, because I'm seeing that people are making it. They're making animations, you know, in Unreal Engine. So I am like, why not? You know, I might try that as well, but so far I haven't done, and yeah, that's something I truly want to do. Okay, just found one proper, very nice set of lights in here. Yeah, stuff like Blender comment. Okay, let me check. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's something I want to do. That's what I literally want to do. Windscreen. So, is there a light? Oh my. Why do I feel sleepy? Yeah, dashboard lights. So okay, that's not how I imagined it. Base color. But not like that. First, I wanna do something. Plastic. Shiny. Yep. Now black. Paint. And I wanna have only this. Nope. Let's make that with all the buttons. So, like that. Maybe even bigger here. I truly want to do that, Biva. That's something I'm really thinking about quite a lot, to be honest. Uh, I'm talking all the time, but my mic was muted. Yeah. Arbeiten, да, работа. Имам, да. Тоа е кај дан. Да. Ама планирам да го ставам на стариот компјутер. Тоа планирав, ама не знам, уште не сум го средил, треба да отидам кај него. Не планирам, брат, зашто сакам да го користам, ти викам на стариот компјутер, идам до кај дан, треба да го средиме другиот. Му пишав, ја уште ми нема вратено. И така, да видам едино тоа другото тамо што остана тамо, пак, не знам, да не ти гарантирам ништо, ќе ти изложам. Да, планирам да го користам, пошто имам само графичката, сега ќе префрлам од тој стариот и ќе ја користам. Да. Така. Нема гале. Шо браш биде, кај си та нема жив? Аман бе. Така секогаш викаш. Ела дојди на Twitch да видиш шо кола правам. Да паднеш на газ. Нема гале. Нема гале, брат, нема гале. Терај, не се замарич. Поздрав, брат, поздрав. Нема гале. Чао. Yeah, a friend of mine had to call me to realize that in my try to mute the mic, I just realized that it was actually muted the whole time while I was talking, but yeah. Let's try this, so I'll make it. Oh man, let's have it there. Will it play? There it is. What's that? Toy walk mechanism. That's interesting, mate. I'm showing it. Can you see it on the stream? Oh my god. This is so cool. You cannot see it? How you're not seeing it? What about now? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, but on my end I'm seeing that it's visible. It can be still seen. Yeah, got it. This is very nice. Whose work is this? It says osiris.co.uk toy test. It's looking very nice. And I love the wobbling on the top on those. It's looking awesome. I'm gonna speed up because I mean, definitely not at the expense of quality, but I'm gonna focus more on working. Oh my god, I didn't know about him, but I do know now. Uh, Osiris Digital, the fucking best mechanical rigger out there, making everything physically correct, even super small stuff like cock tension and so on. Yeah, whoever is watching, if you're wondering, I guess your robots in the game how they were made, that's how. It's all coming together slowly. So headlights, fuel, water, fire, these in here. I have other lights, I have some basic, oh, this should be actually just a light. So it's not a rubber, it's not a plastic, it's basically buttons, icon, that's something else, headlights, steel, painted clear coat. Yeah, that's the other thing, latest black. Okay, now this turned off, paint, and need to take this out of bottom plastic like that. To make it accurate. And now actually okay, there's a issue over there. Gotta fix that, just noticed. So I'm always puzzled on how to make that, and yellow, white icon. I have to have this organized because otherwise I'm gonna get lost. So this off. Actually, I'll have it whole off there. I'm gonna get the blue one again. brightness. Not save. No, no, no. Save as PNG headlights. PNG should be. White gave me overwriting. Okay. What others we can take? So we need. Okay, let's have this one. At least I can choose, you know. Have made a bunch of them. And then we can play. So green lights, no clue what they are. We'll need the what's that in here? It's actually, the color also changed completely, so yeah, I made that entirely different. Okay. Whenever one is rushing, it's when issues started happening, so I'm just gonna go and take this slowly. For example, this one, it's gonna be that's the one. So maybe add paint, and it's not that there, but here, and the base, add paint, and just we can try to have it yellow. Like that, with roughness. Yeah, like that. And the yellow icon should actually be just no color. Emissive. Like, yeah, that's not gonna be working. Opacity, no. Normal map, no. Yeah. So what I actually need to make is have this one and make it okay. Come on, stupid. Brightness, full brightness, and like that. So that would be it. Best would be to go one by one. So we need mask. Yep. Fail. Yeah, now it's looking better, isn't it, right? And the metal there. That's low. Plastic rough, scratched. No, that's, yeah, red one. Key color red. This one is the red next to it. So this is red plastic fire. Yellow icon. Okay. Oh, this is the one. So this should be, yep, there it is. We figured it out. That one too. What's the time? 3:40, 20 minutes to go. I took my eyes off for a second and yeah. So latex black. That would be bottom shiny top. And that's the one on which we need to paint yellow. So we will add paint. This will be blue headlights. Biba Man, what do you think about helping me out with rigging? I mean, how much can you help me though, considering you're working in Blender? But if you find any stuff, you know, that is about Maya, feel free to send them. I would like to go over that to see how I can rig this vehicle. That's gonna be next level. Yeah, I know. Oof. Don't take it like you don't have to do anything basically. But if something comes across your working space, you come across anything, feel free to let me know. You know, that's all. Yep, understood. But the whole dashboard is getting new look. I mean, it's looking fantastic, and the details here now that we'll be adding, it's gonna be even better. So we have the shiny on the bottom. We need also paint for a green one. So more greenish like that. That will be green. Just alone naming these, and I would know which one is which. So, just to sort out the texture. Let me actually see different here references, so to see if I can use something else For example, you see they have lights like these, they have fog, they have, yeah, it's pretty much the same. This one, what's that? But by the way, I have no clue. Headlights, reserve, defroster, flasher. So definitely we're gonna have this, but that's flasher, it's not. So yeah, so many more details on this one, but yeah, you cannot have them all. So now should I stick with this and, you know, or add further details? I don't think so. So I'll just add this flasher at the side here. I mean, like the logo itself here from these. So so these I'll name fog lights. No, just a sec. Yeah, so basically we don't have these lights that are here presented. These, so I'll use these among the rest, and they are green, so they're more or less those that we're looking for, basically, for what we need. So Control Shift Alt B for the saturation, contrast, brightness maximum, contrast maximum, and we have a fine white line for lights, whatever. I mean, I don't know how else to name it. There are many. So I'll add +1 with no fill, not fill, but paint, and it's gonna be a lighter like that. These lights will be brought in, or let's make it actually, yeah, more, yeah, just ever slightly different, like that. Where's the texture? Oh, there it is. So color, that should be fine. Oops, this one is missing here. That's still painted. Yeah, that's not it. Bottom shiny. That's on top. This is below. So what comes below is bottom plastic. It should have that plastic. Just like that. Now in here I'll add, yeah, what's this? Not that, but let's, okay, close, please. Doesn't want to close. Jesus. Okay, so that's actually plastic, but just red. So instead of anything else, I'll make that plastic paint. And yeah, I don't have color to choose here from. Why is that so? Plastic, there it is. So paint, we need red. Red. Let's see what we can paint. Okay, that's about right. bottom, shiny top also. We need paint, red, that, but also metallic to be turned on, not roughness, metalness, and as well for this one, that's already I guess it won't make any difference. So how can you easily be so lost in this? It's shiny top. That's okay. So shiny top. Yeah, we don't need them to be lost everywhere. So paint, red, shine, shiny, red. That's it. Now it makes much more sense. Now, yeah, we need to find the defroster icon. We didn't came this far, only to come this far. So yeah, I'm gonna make it, and so be it. Defroster. With that, the buttons are made, I believe. They are all sorted. Defroster, so those are the buttons. Windscreen. Yeah, no, we have a few more. So it's like this one, and this one should be actually with color. So, but regardless of that, by the way, I'll still have to make it like this with mask PNG. Doesn't need color. What that means is only the background of on which it will be placed. We don't need to change it. It's gonna be black. So that would be warning. Warning. Let's get that in. Font, texture, import. Drag it here. Base color. Scale down. Smaller. Now it's much better. We have cables. Maybe adding something on the cables itself. Details. Let's see what will be turned off. Yeah, the cables. So speaking of the cables, still dark plane. Let's close some tabs here. Nodes, plastic soft, dirty. Yeah, that's the cables. So actually what I need to do is just locate cables, manufacturer for racing. Let's see what we have. Yeah, so there is apparently some company that's producing cables, and it's going like under this. Yeah, wait a sec. So I'll need this to be big. Images. Yeah, this is quite good. Okay, we have something else. Brombacher. Apparently it's a company for cables as well, and pretty much predominantly used in Porsche. So it's what I'll actually take. So it will be this one instead. Come on. Why this doesn't want to delete? Why it's so tricky? I am selecting it. I delete it, and it's not deleting. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. Come on, I mean, what the fuck? This is now outright stupid. Jesus. Who? Finally. Fuck's sake. Okay, don't these companies have proper logo? Fuck it. Literally fuck it. At this point I'll just type it in. How was it that? Okay guys, I'll be doing this like in next probably 10 minutes and then I'll be off. Have to prepare a barbecue, so it's something else I love doing a lot. But yeah, pretty much big deal of today's work has been really accomplished. Much of what I needed to do is done. Yeah, I'll have paint and no, not that one. Why? Why I cannot select? I want to select the other part. Oh, is it because I haven't selected that? Yeah, so now the hole will be, and I don't need the hole, so good that it's saving. Yeah, how is that white? That's all fine. Yeah, the cables, I need them to be, I need the details with the, come on, open up, please fill, how to find this, last, yeah, there's it, so, duplicate, yep, that's pretty much, okay. Slightly off like that. That's good. What else we are missing is details now, panels now. That's one thing. It's this. Yep. So the gauges ring, we haven't done much on it, actually none. So we gotta do and dials. Now black mask, paint, and paint. Yeah, we need them. That's different. We need them red. At this point, I mean, it's quite loaded, so yeah, these are all red. Like that. This one too. that's not it. So remove effect, duplicate, dials, base. This will need to be pretty much black. No white. Yeah. It's actually that's it. That's actually metal. So and it's pretty much better if I just apply new material to it rather than that's not it. No chance. Still stained. No, just chrome. Yeah, that's gonna work best. Literally. Paint. The rest. No. Plastic. That's not good. That's decent. Subtle and quite what we need. One thing needs to be no. Okay, I gotta stop now. That will be all for today. Whoever has been keeping me company for the past 3 hours, thank you so much, and you're more than welcome every time I do work. It's very much welcomed. For example, today Turning Cog has a very nice suggestion for these notes that considering they're typed in with a typewriter, they should have some embedded, like there should be depth to them, and that's what's been made. It's a nice small subtle touch, which I hope will be appreciated once everything is done. I cannot wait for this to be finished. I'm gonna continue later on in the day, but I'm not sure when, so that's why I'm not gonna propose anything and stream it maybe, but I will continue, so to be sure that I finish this whenever I can. Just 1 second before I go. Dials, plastic, roughness. Yeah, it's maybe just it's nice. And also one more thing before I finish. So Literally just that. Now it's okay. Let's save it. And yeah. Well, rule number 1, be precise, no eyeballing, but the origin of anything rotating must be the real center. Absolutely, Biba. Absolutely. I second that. Thank you again, all guys. Much appreciated. The company. Take care and